Hey, what's up? It's your boy Paul Brandley. We're gonna get into the Housewives of Salt Lake City, season 3, episode 13. So it starts off with them still asking Heather about the black eye. But Heather keep making fun of it and not really answering, not really giving them an answer to the question. So Dana end up talking to Jen and tell Jen, you know, this weekend it's been so kind of awkward between us, you know, and it had the reason why I bring this up is because I'm feeling like I really can't connect with you because I have a friend who's I'm very very close with and that I trust, and they're an informant in your case. And I'm like, what is this heifer for real? An informant? And you believe this informant? Hmm. You sound stupid because if you believe the informant because you trust them, I said, why is they an informant? And supposedly she said that this person used to work for Jen or whatever. And I'm like, girl, shut up. Because you sound really stupid. Because this ain't even, because if you gonna trust this person, but you questioning Jen, and Jen said, so who is it? And so she said she wasn't gonna say who it was. So Jen said, "This is my life. This is what I'm going through. And if you're not able to say who it was, then then don't say nothing at all." And she went, "We were getting along. So what now? You now this? So it. So that made Jen mad. Jen get pissed off. She keep going off. She leaves. When she leaves, Heather and Meredith, go check on her and everything. So while they go and check on her, you got Angie K, Whitney, Lisa, and Deanna sitting there. And Deanna, why y'all not saying nothing about it? Why y'all ain't talking about it? Why y'all ain't saying nothing to her about it? Because if the feds just don't come to nobody, just don't raid nobody house for no reason at all. And Lisa, like I don't know what's we ain't bringing it up because I don't really know what's going on, and I don't want to believe that she's guilty. And Whitney was like, this is how we do this because this is how we do things with Jen because we don't want to have none of this that just went on. And Angie, well, I have been there for her, and I am starting to question, if she has did it or not. And I'm like, this is some straight up bull. Because all of y'all look stupid. Because this is really, really not, like, this is a girl's trip. Y'all supposed to be relaxing and stuff. Not talking about this bull. Well, I'm saying bull. Talking about her case. And asking her question about it, I said, why would you ask any of them questions? She's actually getting ready for trial and stuff, and they can use, you know. So the other ladies decide not to do it. But as they doing that, you got Jen upstairs still going on. Jen, well, I don't even know the half of. She ain't know. I tried to get her some black dye for her so she could dye her gray ass head. And they like, do you? I don't know this girl. She's so pissed. You got Heather up there trying to get her to calm down and stuff. And Heather saying like, you can just bring up about my black eye, because they know what happened and stuff. And Meredith's looking like, huh? Meredith said, I just wish she, in her confession, Meredith said, I just wish that she just tell what's going on. Who did it? Because right now, I'm confused. So they end up going back to the table. And so when they get back to the table, they sat down. Lisa, punk ass, gonna say, while you were gone, Jen, this is what when we were defending you. We were defending you and saying that, you wouldn't, we were defending you. And I'm like, Lisa, you lying to the motherfucker. I said, y'all didn't sit there and defend that woman. Y'all did not defend her at all. Y'all talked about her and said, this is why we don't bring, one said, this is why I'm going to bring it up. And you said, I just don't want to think about it. So I just don't speak on it. And it's like, let's be real here. So Jen ended up asking, um, hold up, Jen up is or something. Okay. Okay, Jen ended up asking the girl something. I can't remember what she asked Deanna. But she asked her something, I think, about what just happened. And it was, I can't remember what it was. But they stopped at, uh, I know Whitney had to go back home. Somebody had to go back home that night or whatever. Um, so they ended up ending dinner and everything. No, it was Lisa. Lisa had to go. Lisa had to end up leaving after dinner, flying back home. So, and all that stuff. So they ended dinner and everything, and so we're back in Salt Lake now. Uh, okay, we back home in Salt Lake. They end up showing Lisa fishing with her husband, which was, that was kind of nice. That was a nice little scene, quick scene. Then we go to I want to say we did. I want to say this is the order it was. Okay, we go to Angie, the original Angie that we met first. Okay, so Heather goes to Angie's house to meet. Heather go to Angie to chit chat and catch up on some stuff. Um, so when Angie get there, Angie gets down to business. Angie asked her about how did you get that black eye? And Heather was like, she don't want to talk about it. So Angie asked her like, so who were the last people that was with you? And so she told her, she said it was Meredith, Angie K, and Jen. So she went, why you say Jen name? So why did you say Jen? Did Jen do it? That's why you said her name last? And she said, no, that's just, I was remembering the names. And her name was just the last one for me to remember. So Angie kept asking her, you don't have to protect whoever did this to you at all. Shwayne, you don't have to do that. Shwayne, and she asked, is you ever gonna tell me who did this? And Heather said no. She said, no, I'm not gonna tell you who did this. But she made it. Angie said, I'm not gonna keep pressing you on it. We're friends, but I'm gonna say this. You do not have to protect whoever put their hands on you because it's not right. And stuff. So we ended off there. Heather heard her. Heather understood. So moving from there, we move on to okay, we move on to Whitney. Whitney at home and stuff. Now she going through old photo album books, pictures of herself and stuff. And as she going through them, I'm realizing like she's showing pictures of herself, and I'm like, "Is you?" I said, "But I thought you don't remember anything from the age of, if I recall, from the age of 9 to almost age of 9 to almost 19. You might as well say 19 because she said she don't remember anything. But you pull out album books showing pictures of you when you were a kid and a teenager. Then her older brother calls to check on her and see how she doing. She showed pictures of her when she was younger. He said, "Do you remember now? Since you're going through album book, do you remember what happened?" And she played like she gave herself a minute. And she played like she didn't know what happened. And I'm like, you know what happened, because if you looking through an album book and you say you do not remember anything from the age of 9 and up, there's no reason for you to go through these album books, photo album books at all. To me, if y'all feel different, let me know. So she had a talk with him, and he told her he looked to the future and all that stuff. And he said they're gonna get better and all that blah blah blah. But I'm just like, Whitney, you know what happened to you. You remember exactly what happened to you. Instead of just dealing with it, really, you use it as a clutch to play victim with everybody, but especially Heather. And it's not working with Heather, because Heather, like, I don't give a damn. So we move on from there. We move on to Jen at home. Then they show Jen at home. Jen has a video call with her therapist, and she talk about feeling guilty that she messed up her son's life. That's how she feel. She feel bad for her whole family, her son and her husband, her sons and her husband. She's thinking that they hate her, and the therapist was telling her, no, they don't hate you. They are more worried about you. If you're feeling good and good, then they will be good. So she had a good session. We move on from there. We moving on to so we move on to Meredith's event. It's the charity event. She throwing a fashion show for her sister's foundation, which deals with mental health, and making sure that the right facilities that they believe in, they choose to believe that will actually help people with mental health. Because her nephew almost tried to take his life. Well, tried to take his life, but he survived. So this is what the charity is about. The fashion show. Her son is presenting his new line, and she got new jewelry and fashion of her own, and other designers to come and join in on it. So at the event, when the event started, she out mingling and stuff with the people before the fashion show start, and she's talking to uh, Dana and fake Angie K. And Dana tells Angie K while they were standing there, like, she said, I just asked Meredith how did she feel about the girls trip and her mindset. And so Meredith said, it wasn't. Meredith said she didn't feel right. She said she didn't feel right about it. about the trip. She said she definitely didn't feel right about told Edgy she didn't feel right about what she did and going back and telling Lisa about what they were talking about. She didn't feel right about that, but she ain't mad. And they did this countdown when she said she ain't mad. Meaning she mad, but she really not mad, but she's over it. She's saying that, and then she said, she told Dana, I invited you. You was a guest of a guest. And she went, I was disappointed in how you acted. But she went, I ain't mad. And she went, and to be honest with you, she went, what I said wasn't nothing that wasn't true. It's public record. So she went, I ain't tripping on it. So, they let her go. She go back to mingling and everything. Um, Jen, I said, so everybody, so the mingling and everything. Um, so Angie K, so we got Angie K, Lisa, and Dana. They together chit chatting, and Angie is mad. Angie says she's mad about she mad at Jen because Jen been going around. Jen had called one of their close friends of theirs and have been telling the close friend that yeah, no, no, hold up, I got that wrong. Wait a minute. So Angie is mad at Jen because she had heard that had called Angie and made up with Angie, and she's feeling a certain way about it because she was defending her and everything, and now all of a sudden she making up with with the enemy. So Lisa said they are so inconsistent, so consistent. That ain't the word I wanted. She said something, I can't remember what the word was. Lisa was agreeing that that's the type of stuff that Jen does to people. But I'm like, Lisa, you do that to people all the time. Smile in their face and then turn around on their back and make up with somebody that you supposedly mad at. You do it all the time, but it's a problem when Jen does it. So as that was going, Angie says she lost she's Angie said she's been losing sleep. She was because of the stuff. She been losing sleep over Jen since Jen tried to take her life. And she said she been defending her and everything. And Dana was like, I said from day one that she was not a good person. Dana, shut up. It's like at first when you first came on the scene, I was feeling you. You know, you came in, you was good, but then you really showed who you truly was on that girls trip. 100% that you fit in with the rest of them, and I don't like you. Because you came in as Heather's real friend. I think y'all still are friends, but you showed who you truly was, and I'm tired of you. Cause you don't you like you saying she ain't a good person, but I'm like the person that the informant that you friends with still they not a good person either. But that doesn't matter because you have a vendetta to me towards Jen, and I don't know why. Cause I don't know why. But moving on, we're gonna move on to after that happened. Oh, okay. As she said, Dana said what she said. Angie K ended up saying that she acts that she tried to say that she said that Jen has split personalities. That's what she said. She said she act different when she around her husband and stuff. So to me, you were saying she got split personality. She act one way and then she act another when she around her man. I said, bitch, is you stupid? It's like Jen act the same way she been acting. That's who she been, and you know her since college, and you met you met her in Coach in college, Coach Shaw in college. So it's like that's the reason he fell in love with who she is for who she is, and it's like you saying she got split personality and all this bull, and I'm looking at you like, girl, you is stupid as hell. Now you saying this girl she got a mental complex. So after that, the fashion show starts. So the fashion show starts, everything. Fashion show get ready to start. That's when fake ass Angie K wanna get up and go over to Jen and Shaw and hug them. Like it's like, girl, you faker than fake. You don't care nothing about this woman or her husband. And so Jen, when she did that, Jen said, "Well, we gotta talk. I got something for you, and we got something for you, and we gotta talk later." And so, fashion show went on. Um, Meredith's son Brooke actually stepped his game up this time. His clothes was actually nice. The one thing I don't like about his, I don't want to say, I don't like that. I think he need to come up with a better, cause it's like on the, like it goes on the shoulders, and the pants leg is his name, full name, and I think he need to come up with a better tag to that. He need to come up with a better tag for that because uh, it don't look right to me. It don't look right to me, and it's like I liked it his uh some of the jumpsuits. I liked it that white one that Jen liked it with the string sparkles and the hoodie. I liked it that one. That white one was nice. But what I didn't like, I don't like his name on him. Like that name, long name on him and on the pants. I don't like that. It's like he had to come up with a better what is it? A better brand name for his clothing. Hopefully. Yeah, because it's like if he came with a better name and stuff, then but I like that white one. That was a nice one. And yeah, we had to see. Moving on from there. So after the fashion show was over, Jen talked to her and told her husband, "Let's go talk to him." Talk to Angie now. But before she go talk, when she go to talk to Angie K, she ended up bumping into Lisa, and Lisa said, hug Lisa, and Lisa went, "You like me today?" Jen went, "Yeah," and Jen went, "Yeah, I always like you." Jen went, "We good." She went, I said, "I don't know what's wrong with Lisa. Lisa acts stupid and dumb." But so as they talking, you got Coach. Coach went up to Angie husband, Angie K husband, and told Angie K, husband that he said, "I didn't know that we had an issue, and I didn't know that we had a debt. So me being the honest person that I am, here's a check to pay for the party." And Angie K husband he said thank you. And like to me, Angie husband looked a little bit shocked, but then he looked a little bit confused because his face said his Angie K husband face was like, "Thank you." It's like I don't think he had a problem. It don't seem like he had the problem with the party. Probably with the cleanup, them having to clean up the party, but it didn't seem like he had a problem with it. But he said thank you so much and stuff, and that's when Angie K went. Angie K went, "No, Coach, it ain't about the check. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the money. I went, girl, it is about the money because you made a whole big damn deal on a girl's trip. It was about the motherfucking money. So don't act now that coach here and she went, it ain't about the money. I was really, truly hurt. And coach went, I was hurt too. I was hurt too. In my feelings, and he went, I was badly hurt by some of the things. She was like, that, well, I said, this heifer can't even, it's like, that's just, I can't do her. Oh, bitch. So, what else? Oh yeah, he said I was barely hurt too, and it hurts that I have a debt, that we had a debt. So we gonna pay it. So and so Jen standing there so being like, yeah, there you go. Her face like, there you go. So let's squash this. You ain't gotta worry about we paying. We paid the bill. And Jen and her confess Jen went shoot. I spent more on Meredith's party than that. So you got off cheap. Oh, so we move on from there. Um oh, and Angie's confessions. Angie said, I need to hurry up to the bank and cash this before it bounce. For to make sure that it doesn't clear. Or before the FBI comes and get it. I said, shut up. I don't like you. You show that you are not truly Jen's friend, that you trying to be on this show full time and as a housewife, and sweetie, you're not suitable to be a housewife. Like we already got two people like you on the cast, and we don't need another one. Cause yeah, that's Whitney and Lisa. I don't need another one of you on the cast. You can stay a friend. So after that ended, we ended up seeing Heather and Whitney. So Heather goes over to Whitney's house, and she ended up, she knocked on the door instead of coming in, you know, and stuff. So she goes over there. She ended up giving Whitney's daughter her birthday gift. They go outside and talk and get down to what's going on, and Whitney saying that she missed the friendship and she want to be wild and all this stuff, and Heather is over it. Heather said, Heather, I'm over all of it." She went, she went, "I didn't know we was on a break," and she went, since she went, "Cause you don't know what's going on in my life, since we've been on a break." And she went, "I didn't know we was on one," and Whitney went, "Well, I needed to make some boundaries and stuff. I didn't trying to get myself together." And, and I'm like, girl, shut up. So, uh, they really, Whitney ended up asking her, she went, "I really would like to know who gave you that black eye." And because, she went, we are friends. We used to be, I would like to know. And Heather, like, you don't need to know. You don't need to know and stuff. So they ended up ending it right there. Heather is saying we need a break, and Heather was like, "You thinking that?" In her confession, Heather says Whitney think that she can take a break from her and then think she can come back. That Heather gonna automatically have her back in her life after she done having so-called fun with these so-called people she want to be friends with all of a sudden, Lisa now, and she said that she threw that Whitney threw her to the wolves. She threw her to the wolves to be friends with these people. And it's like if you wanted to be friends, I said Heather. It seemed like Heather didn't never stopped you from being friends with anybody. If you wanted to be friends with these people, you could have just did that to begin with. And if you didn't want to be friends with your own blood, then you should have just told her. Since y'all getting on this show, I don't want to. We need to go our separate ways because I'm trying to be friends with everybody else. Because that's what it came down to. And you was shocked. Whitney was shocked that Heather peaked the game. Heather said, now saying, like, we done. So it ended there. Like, subscribe, comment, share on all social media. It's your boy, Paul Brantley. Thank y'all for tuning in.